Lovely. Okay, let's start. Let's start today by standing up. And it's really just about, so as though you're at the front of your mat. And just tune in. So feel your feet on the mat. And notice the heaviness or lightness. And see if you can just moving your feet a bit and just creating it like a large surface area with them, connecting it to the mat and the floor. Feet hip width apart. And then just feel that connection to the mat. And imagine those tree roots from your feet down into the earth. And then feeling that really strong connection. Feel the strength of the tree roots holding there. Really connecting in with that beautiful yin energy. And then bringing that energy up to the base of your feet again. And then up to your ankles and calves. Up to your knees and thighs. And engage your calves and thighs. And connecting to those tree roots. So just feel the strength of your legs with those engaged. Notice how your body's feeling. It may be that at the beginning of the day you're feeling a bit stiff and sore, or maybe you're feeling really light and it's fun. Just notice. And then bringing that breath up to your hips and stomach and lower back. So what does your core feel like as you engage your core? Coming up and noticing your chest and upper back. And then your shoulders, noticing your arms and hands, fingers. And then bringing your shoulders into it, lifting your shoulders up to your ears and rolling them back. So you're flattening out your shoulder blades, engaging all of that energy. And then noticing your neck, and face and head. And then bringing that thought down to your heart space. So your body's engaged. Engage your arms, but not locking out your elbows. Feeling that power of your body as you're breathing in and out. And noticing your heart space with your whole body engaged. See if you can open it up and start to breathe in and out of your heart. And just notice your body, how it feels, just what you're thinking, really tuning into just you. Notice if it's difficult to wake up this morning, or it's easy. It's all about noticing your biorhythms. As you're breathing in and out of the heart, maybe think of an intention for today. Now notice everything engaged. Really feeling that strength and that connection with the tree roots. Feeling grounded. Just have a quiet minute or two here. Now, I'm going to bring the arms into prayer position. So feel that engagement of everything. Feel the strength of your body. We're going into sun salute. So breathing in, arms up, and just that slight tilt burn back as you're breathing out. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, we're heading forward, forward, forward. Now feel the fold. You feel that vertebra opening up. And you might feel that you're a bit stiff up your legs, maybe your thighs or around your glutes.
So you may not be able to go so far down. Just be light, bend your knees if it was uncomfortable. Starting to wake up that body. Breathing in, and as you breathe out, we're just going to come up halfway. Breathing in, and as you breathe out, back down we go. See if you can get a bit more of a fold. And again, breathing in and up, and out and fold. One more time, in and up, and then out, folding down. Now breathing in and taking the right leg back as far as you can on the mat. So you've got a nice hip flexor stretch in your right hand side. And you've got the front knee, the left knee directly over the heel. Firing that forward gaze. And just breathing into that. We don't have to be fast, just notice. Breathing in, see if you can create some space in your hips, in your back. Now breathing in. If you want to do a little bit more, as you breathe out, just bring your torso up, keep your knees where they are. And then a little bit more again, breathing in. Arms up, palms facing on. Breathing in, palms together. And as you breathe out, down at your heart space. So breathing in, hands either side of the front foot, tuck your back toe. And as you breathe out, we're heading into plank. So the left leg goes in line with the right. Getting that core, and noticing that strength. So breathing in, and as you breathe out, we're heading down, and then pushing back into extended child's pose. The floor here is really hard, which is why I'm using a cushion. Hands forward, head to the floor, tucking your toes, and just really feeling this pose. It should be nice and opening for everything, from your fingertips down to your feet. And here, we're just going to walk the hands over to the left with your head still down. So you're getting a nice stretch down your right hand side. See if you can breathe some space into that right hand side. And breathing in and as you breathe out, walking back to the center. And then from here, we're going off the mat on the right hand side, head to the floor. So you're getting a nice stretch down your left hand side. So you can create any space down that left hand side with the ribs and the lower that you breathing in, and as you breathe out, we're coming back to center. And then from here, just taking your arms out slightly wider, breathing in and coming up, and then forward and opening up that chest. And then from here, tucking your toes, and as you breathe out, you're going to come up to down dog. So just walking out that down dog to get those calves and Achilles nice and start stretching them, get a bit of flexibility in them, nice and slowly. And then just holding the down dog for a couple of breaths. And then bend the knees a lot and look up. And as you breathe out, The right leg comes to the front of the mat, and we're down on the left knee in runner's lunge on the other side. So making the front knee, the right knee directly over the heel and looking forward, finding that central gaze, noticing the connection to the mat, and just breathe. And then wanting something a little bit stronger, breathing in, keep your legs where they are, and as you breathe out, just bring up the torso and hands on right knee. Beautiful. And then a little bit stronger again, breathing in, arms up, arms facing. Breathing in, palms together, and as you breathe out, down the hands back. Breathing in, hands either side of the front foot, tuck your back toe, and as you breathe out, we're bringing your left leg in the front with the right, and we're in forward fold again. I just noticed now that we've done a little bit more movement, if it's easier to fold, letting that head hang, letting that spine open up, stretching your hamstrings. You maybe want to hold your elbows and frame your head, moving your body from side to side if that feels good for you today. Keeping your legs nice and still and strong. Then breathing in and unclasping your elbows. Bend your knees a lot, bring your knees, bend your knees a lot, and as you breathe out, bring your arms up. And then down at your heart space. And just close your eyes. And just feel how your body feels. Totally connected to those tree roots. Moving all that energy, getting things stretched, energy flowing. Tuning into how your body feels. And also notice what your heart's doing. Okay. So let's do the 4 thumbs. So we're starting off with the stomach meridian on your cheekbones. Beautiful. All helps with the grounding process to good start for the day. And then I below your clavicles and the kidney meridian. And then on your sternum, get that immune system working well. And then your spleen, underneath your arms and around underneath the boobs. And then we're going to cross one leg over the other. And then crossing the hands and bringing them through. So this is to get the left and right brain. Can you see that?
Sorry, I don't know where volume's gone. Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, so crossing your, it doesn't matter which leg first, and then crossing your hands, yeah. Beautiful. And then as you breathe in, head back, breathe in and back. And then out and forward. And again. One more time. And then cross over legs. Breathing in and back. And then on and forward. Again. One more time. And then undo everything. unhook everything, and then bringing your hands into a triangle. As you breathe in, bringing your thumbs to your third eye. And then as you breathe out, bringing your fingers into your center of your forehead, and then pulling out the tension to your temples as you breathe in, and shaking it off. And you might wish to do that a few times from the center of your forehead out to your temples. Again, if it feels good, do it with energy medicine, basically. And then we're going to go straight into the crown fall anyway. So taking those fingers and doing the same thing, but down your scalp. So pulling that energy out towards your ears. And you can pull your ears out as well. So massage the whole head. Really get that energy moving. The skull is such an enclosed space. We want it to. Yeah, I love this. I love the feeling of that head massage. And then the back of the neck where we hold that tension, get all that energy from the back around the front. Yeah, and then take your hands and on the opposite shoulder, just, where it might be tight, just stick those fingers in and really move that energy. And then pull it off down to the opposite hip. And then the same on the other side. Down to that opposite hip. Crossing over that energy. And then bring in the arms and feet, opposite feet to opposite arms. Beautiful. Get those figure eights going with your arms. Get it flowing. Okay. And now if we, those tree roots like we had at the beginning, they're at the base of your feet, hip width apart. Placing your hands on your thighs, because that all helps to ground as well, just that connection. And then breathing in and bringing your arms up and down at your heart space. And we're going into heaven and earth. So breathing in and the right arm goes up. So you're flattening out, pushing the roof away, and then pushing the floor away with your left hand. And if you can look up at your right hand, so you're really getting a lovely stretch all down your side. And this is really good for the joints, this one. And as you breathe out, hands together in a prayer position. And then again, breathing in, left arm up, right arm down. And as you breathe out, in prayer position again. And one more time each side, breathing in and up. And one more time to even out. And out. And then we're heading down in forward fold. And starting to do figure eights with your arms. Coming up with those figure eights to really get them surrounding you. Coming right around. And then you can turn around and do them behind you as well. And then beside you so that they're knitting up the sides. Beautiful. So it's totally surrounded by figure eights. Lovely. And now let's work with the aura. So we're going to, this is all to do with having your nice energetic bubble to go out with for the day. So if you start with your hands either side of your ears.
Sorry, Jodi.
No, that's all right. You've got to do what you've got to do.
And just tuning in, just tune into if you can feel anything coming from your hands. Whether it's pulsing or tingling or warmth or cool, just tune into that. And breathing in and bring your elbows together. And then as you breathe out, we're crossing the hands over and the arms are coming out like angels. And then halfway down, we're crossing over again. And then right down to the floor. And this time when we come up, we're fluffing up our duvet. We're fluffing up the aura. So if it feels like there's a little bit of a gap, fluff her up. And if you're not really sure, just fluff it up anyway. Above you, behind you, get that energetic bubble force field around you. Oh. Lovely. And now we're going to zip all that energy in. So taking your hands on your pubic line and breathing in and up, right up and around as you breathe out. And then again, breathing in and up and around. One more time. And around. And this time when we come up, we're going to breathing in and coming up to the bottom lip and changing that key. And then we've got the coccyx. From the coccyx, we can come up and over to the bottom lip. And then turning that key. So we've zipped up the governing and central meridians, and then we can take the two middle fingers, one in the belly button, one on the third eye, pushing in and up. You're just closing your eyes here. And just feeling that connection. And see if you can feel the pulses coming from your fingers. And then if you're feeling the pulses, and you feel them come together, synchronizing. And if you can't feel anything, that's okay too. It takes a little bit of practice. But this exercise hooks up the governing and central meridians, which help, like the aura, to protect you energetically. So it's really simple and powerful little technique. Okay. So what we're going to do now is come down onto the floor just for a few floor exercises. And we're going to just take your feet out in front of you a distance, and we'll be bending from the hips. So the feet are touching, and we're going to be working on the kidney meridian and all down the sides of the legs, as well as the inside. So we're going to bend from the hips. So breathing in, I want you to bend from the hips first, and then allow your back to fold forward. Yeah.
See what you're doing with your legs.
Yes, so I've got my feet
Uh-huh.
touching like that,
Yeah.
down the front, so they're not close into the body. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then we're going to just, if you bend
Yes,
the hip first, and then fold. Yeah. And
Yeah,
then,
got you.
so it should feel comfy on your back, but you want to just have that hip first, because otherwise you can just be like that. So you want that forward rotation first and then fold. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
your hands can either be on your feet or they can go underneath your legs and hold your feet. What's comfortable. We're just going to hold this for a few breaths because it's really working well on your lower back, down the outside of your leg, the inside of your leg, working with lots of the meridians, flushing in the kidneys. Breathing in
And as we come up, we're going to take the hands on the bottom of the feet, on the kidney meridian, on the ball of the foot, and then bring them up on the instep, circle around the ankle, circle up the inside leg, up the torso, up the middle of the boobs, and then tapping on that kidney 27 point again. Beautiful. So really grounding, getting that energy all the way up in the rear. Beautiful. And we're just going to do boat pose. So boat pose is if you're sitting basically on the sit bones, your legs are bent in front of you, you're sitting nice and tall with a nice straight spine. And then you're engaging the core, very much a core one. Breathing in, and then as you breathe out, you're lifting up the legs. So really feeling the core. And with your hands, you can either have them straight forward, you can have them up, and if it's uncomfortable, then you can just have them behind the thighs. So it's really, we're really working on the core. So have a play and just see what feels right, because we'll hold it for, we won't hold it as long as the last one, but we'll hold it for a few breaths and just see if you can. And the higher you have your legs, the harder it is again. So breathing in, and as you breathe out, just come up and placing your feet on the floor, and you can just place your hands on your knees. I will do a couple more of that, but just nice and slowly. And feel the core. You really want that strength of your own body. And don't forget to breathe. If your breath starts to falter, just hold your legs. Hold the back of your legs. We want the breath, that's the thing that helps create the flow. If there's no faltering of the breath. So again, breathing in. And as you breathe out, coming back and lifting up. And just breathe. So breathing in, and as you breathe out, coming back up, knees to the floor and hands on the knees. And we'll do that one more time. So just enjoy the relaxation. And if it's finding it hard work, notice where it's hard work in your body. And if it's easy, notice that too. Good. So breathing in, and then as you breathe out, back you go, engage the core, feet up, arms up if you can, and just breathe in. Now from here, we're going to count down from 10 as we slowly go down. So 10, 9, so head and legs slowly going down. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then laying down on the mat. And just feel the weight of your body on the mat. Let it fall really heavily. Just relax into it. And breathe. And then bending your knees and bringing your knees into your chest and squeeze and release. Rocking from side to side. Squeeze and release, rocking from side to side. And then holding your feet and going into happy baby pose. Pulling your knees down to the floor. And maybe even rocking from side to side. So you're getting that nice lower lumbar stretch. Massage. which is always a tricky one to get. Now letting go of the feet, bringing them back to the floor, with knees bent, taking your feet over to the edges of the mat, bringing your arms up shoulder height, and then just taking your legs from side to side, getting a nice hip flexor stretch. And then maybe taking your head to the opposite side to your legs. Should feel really nice. Good way to wake up the torso, getting that stretch from side to side. And then just taking your time, coming back to center. And then you can just get comfortable. Relaxation. And then just tuning into your body. Now that we've done a little bit of movement to wake up the day, and just notice how you're feeling. How does your body feel now, physically? And what are you thinking now that you've had a bit of movement and connected and grounded, connected with yourself to start the day off with an intention that you created earlier? And maybe bring that intention to mind again. And I want you to really feel that intention. Really feel into it. And if that intention were to happen for you today, how would your day go? Who would you include in your day? Where would you be? And maybe what you would be wearing. What food would you be eating? Or maybe that doesn't make a difference with your intention. But just really bring it to life. For what that means for you. And really feel into it. And maybe there's an affirmation that you could create for your day with your intention. It's your day. So imagine it as exactly how you would like it. So now you've created your ideal day with your intention. Feel that in your body. Harness that in your body. And perhaps that affirmation can help you carry that through the day. So noticing all of that, starting to wiggle your fingers and toes. Stretch if you're easy to stretch. And just taking your time. But when you're ready, just sitting up at the end of class.
So taking a big breath in, stretching right up. And as you breathe out, down at your heart space. And bow your head. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you so much.
Have a good day. Thank you.
No, that's a pleasure, Katie. You have